This is Sparta!
All right, Cowboy Nation, everybody and beyond. I really appreciate you guys for handling this thing out and battering this thing out with me. Let's continue to grind to shine, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you guys. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Let's get this thing going the right way, the best way, and the proper way. Everybody knows this thing, right? $66 million. I see you, fam. Appreciate you. Let me put y'all names up on the chat right quick. Let me do that right quick. Really appreciate you guys handling it, holding it down with me. Everybody, let's go. Let's go. Hey, that's what it is. That's what we need to do right now so we can focus on building this defense, focus on getting back to Cowboys football, focus on getting right to the right places. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Man, oh man, oh man. Hey, I know that a lot of people, mama, uncle, cousins, Tupac, and Biggie climbing out of the grave, mad about this situation. But I'm going to tell you right now, let's go.
This is Sparta!
Let me tell you something right now. Now we got to figure this other part out because Dak Prescott was never the problem. He was never the issue. He was never the situation when we look back on it and we'll say to ourselves, oh, no. You do what's right. And on top of that, for everybody who's saying, oh, he don't deserve to get paid little less than Pat Mahomes. Excuse me. We saw what Pat Mahomes looked like in the Super Bowl, and this is not a Pat Mahomes versus a Dak Prescott. This is not. One can argue we don't know what Pat Mahomes would have looked like with Jason Garrett. We don't know what Pat Mahomes would have looked like with a Jerry Wine Jones on every press conference, right? And on ESPN, they dissected you can't even pass gas for crying out loud that is going to make first segment on all of those talk shows. But we do know for one thing that we got a guy who never uttered a word. He never spoke ill will about this organization, never had anything ill will to say about anybody, about the issues that was going in and out of this team. Always been an upholding model citizen out here. Always did his deal. But everybody got something to say about this young kid, but don't know that he was sparing this organization. He didn't go out there and say, like a Russell Wilson, oh, I want to be traded. Or Deshaun Watson, get me out of here. You got your coins. Get me out of here. He didn't say none of that. All he did was put on his uniform, put on his hard hat, and went to work. And went to work like he was a warrior. That's what he did. That's what he did. Wartime. 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 He didn't cry like a baby out there. The only time we saw the man shed a tear when he left his ankle out there on the field. That was the only time we saw that man shed a tear. Man, y'all put fours in the chat box. Y'all put fours in the chat box. I want to see them fours in the chat box. Let's go, because this thing is not going to sink nothing. It's not going to sink nothing. This is the energy that we need, Cowboy Nation. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the actual contract. All right, so Dak Prescott signed a 4-year contract, $160 million, and including a $66 million signing bonus with my grandfather would say, my late great-grandfather would say, $126 million guaranteed, an average annual salary of $40 million. For the 2021 season, he will earn while carrying the cap hit of, and then they go into the other details because they still working out the rest of the situation. But as you guys can see, these are the numbers. As I said before, the salary cap every year will increase. And Todd France right now, as everybody was talking ill will of Todd France, including me, because I didn't believe in the brother of Todd France. I didn't believe on that side of the coin. But I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, he comes out winning this situation. Can I repeat? He comes out winning this situation. He comes out winning this situation because of the mere fact that he stood the test of times and he stood right through with his client, and they got the bag. They got the coins. They got everything they wanted and needed in this particular situation. Hey, cap down. Shout out to you, James. Appreciate you, DJ. Carl, appreciate you for jumping in. Thank everybody for being part of this thing. Telio, appreciate you. Kevin KK Hill, appreciate you for jumping in on this thing. So we're hearing all of this stuff. Let me tune in and check in to 105.3 The Fan. Yes, I will be posting the link down in the chat box so that you guys can jump on in and be a part of this actual episode with me so we can go along with this thing. But I really, really, really do appreciate you all for being part of this thing. Really do. Let's see what they talking about on 105. Let's go. Y'all bear with me.
Whether it's we'll see which one of them goes. Farley. I mean, you'd love ideally like all of them to be there. You would love that.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Dream scenario.
Let me know if y'all can hear
where if you could move back 2 or 3 spots, you could still grab one of those guys, or you could just stand in there and pick the best guy out of the corners you want.
Man, picking up an extra 2 would be great considering these corners might stretch into the 3rd round. What if you could get 2 and another position inside the top 65 picks or so? That could be exceptional. Okay, the Autoflex Leasing fan text 503, the Cowboys are so bleeped, get ready to be irrelevant for the next 26 years. How could you? I don't know, man. They if they draft well, I think they're going to be pretty dang good. 940, why have none of you ever expressed the fear? What if his leg injury limits him to 75 to 85% mobility?
Get him.
We've
We've talked about his injury.
I don't know. I don't know how you can say that about this station. Because I'm the guy on the other end. I'm captain. My sources are telling me everything is hunky-dory. And on the other side is, hey, man, keep an eye out for this. And you know what? Keep an eye out for this is not wrong. There are things that keep your eye out for this has reported before the national people even reported. So I think our station has done a pretty damn good job of telling you, hey, this could happen or this could happen.
Yeah, you jerk.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that bothers me when people they say, well, you guys don't know. No, sorry, sir or ma'am. We do talk about these things.
They do.
Yeah, we talked about it quite a bit from like 2 months out to 2 weeks ago. And the closer we got to this, maybe you've just tuned in recently, maybe you're out of state or whatever, or just moved here, but the closer we've gotten, both the player and the team have said it's a non-factor.
Yeah.
So at some point, we just have to kind of bank that, and we don't want to harp on something that they won't confirm.
Right.
Because
Facts.
I'll tell you how this is going to happen. Now, they told us last week, and they reasserted, oh, no, he should be recovered by April or May, right? So when April or May comes around,
Yep.
is he going to be out there? And he probably won't be. And it'll be a delay, and they'll make up some reason for it. But there will never be a smoking gun unless he goes out there and plays horribly in September, right? They'll say, oh, no, we're just being precautious and all that, and we don't want to, to push anything. And they'll make up some talking point excuse for it the entire summer. And then we're going to get to training camp, and he'll probably be out there by then. And as long as he steps out in the field and plays well, then they never have to admit what really happened, right? And then it'll just be we'll just kind of move along from it. And it's weird from a media perspective to be sitting there and harping on something that they have the ability to sweep under the rug unless the injury does come back and haunt him. And at which point I felt like we've done enough to plant that seed. So the majority of people that have been listening to this radio station will know.
There are really 3 different areas, I think. There's the Cowboys side, there's the media side, there's outside sources. There's all these things. And you know what? I don't think any of them are wrong. I don't. I mean, and it sounds strange to say it that way, but again, I trust my guys. Yeah. I trust what my teammates are saying on their sources because their sources are good too. And there's a group that just doesn't know. We'll have to wait and see how things play out. OTAs, mini camps, I don't know about that. Training camp, that would be a good sign to see him out there taking snaps in training camp.
Well said. 806 says we need a top 5 defense, not a top 10 quarterback. And here's the tough news on that. You actually need a top 10 defense and a top 5 quarterback if you want to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You need both of them, and Dak is good enough to play like a top 5 quarterback. So I think you're good there as long as you can find 4 more good defensive players. Let's come back and see what the nosebleed seats are thinking about this breaking story. Dak has a new deal, and their thoughts. Wolchuk and Chia follow next in the nation.
All right, so basically, Cowboy Nation, I really appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of this thing. So it's a 4-year deal. $66 million, I believe, is what is going to go as the let me pull that up, as the actual signing bonus there, and $126 million of that guaranteed. He do have a no trade clause on the contract. Let me repeat. He do have a no trade clause on the contract, so it's untradeable. As well as with this particular contract, within the lines of the contract, he also have in there, in that piece, a no franchise clause. So they can't at the end of this contract put him on another franchise tag. Like Shay Sharp was saying, and I normally don't agree with Shay Sharp, is that most and the majority of these players do not like to be placed on that franchise tag. So what he want to do is no longer to ever be on that franchise tag. So now when we look at everything and we take a real good look at the contract, it is one of those things, whereas I believe that Todd France from the CAA Sports, he probably he won this situation. So here's the contract notes right here. $66 million on the signing bonus, $75 million in 1 year, no tag clause, and no trade clause. As you guys can see that, let me just highlight this, and I'm going to post it in the community blog because I always love to give you guys something tangible that you guys can hold on to. And I do see people saying, Juan, he says no excuses. This is a no excuse business. Let me repeat. Let me be very clear. Let me be very, very clear. This is a no excuse business. Dak Prescott should never get an excuse at all. I never gave him an excuse. I can bring out facts. I can bring out historic data. That's what I do. I actually bring out those things. And if you guys don't understand and hear what I'm saying, then that's you. You the one missed the boat. You the one fell off and missed the boat. You know, all I'm saying for these years, when Dak Prescott first entered into the scene, it's never like Jason Garrett was a household name as it relates to coaching, right? It never was like this particular team, and those are not excuses. Those are actual facts. There's nowhere you can go and pull up the resume and say, yeah, this is where he was coaching that led everybody to the Super Bowl. This was a Super Bowl caliber coach. There's nowhere you can find that data. There's nowhere you can find that reference point. So when we look at this team and we start talking about the things that was really the issue with this team, was the philosophy of the coaching, was the philosophy of the defensive situation with Papa Rob Marinelli. And then when they brought in another defensive coordinator, giving him the responsibilities to be the defensive coordinator, but without the title, that's a lot of stuff that we can go back and forth on with that. But neither here nor there. Within the confines of, let me see if you guys can see that down at the bottom where it says from 20 to 2020, the 1 year deal was a $31 million franchise tag last year. And of course, as you guys see in the 2016 to 2019 was a $383,000 signing bonus. So this is where he came from. He didn't get his coin, his bag, his money, his paper until last season, until last year. And those are the facts. I wish I could say it other ways, but there's not. There's nowhere else we can put it out there. And it is what it is at this point. If you are with the mindset of looking at this thing and saying to yourself, all right, cool, we got Dak Prescott for 4 more years. All right, what are we going to do with this? Instead of us sinking in money, believe it or not, of the $31 million cap hit that we had seen last season because of the franchise tag, now watch, they can prorate this thing, make this thing shake and dance, and still go out there and grab players. But they got to be wise with it. They got to be smart with it. And hopefully they do just that. Let's see if they're back on.
Sports and outdoor.
They're still on commercial break, but you guys get what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation. You all are getting what I'm saying. So once this is over with, I will open up the phone line so you guys can jump in and spit your mind, spit your thoughts out here about this particular team. Shout out to you, Clinton. Appreciate you for jumping in. Eddie, appreciate you for being part of this thing. Edward, thank you for jumping in as well. And thank everybody who hit that subscribe button and sharing this content all throughout the world. Really appreciate it. John, his stats are facts. Okay, I feel what you're saying. Now trade him to Russ. Spence Jimmy. He got a no trade clause in there. Dak for here you go, JPZ. Appreciate you for the donation to help elevate the nation. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you. Money. More money. Mayfield, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Let me get another one of these. Because they fear me in their physical form, let it be known I'm troublesome, right? we outlaws over here. We need a place where we can kick it, a spot where we belong, Cowboy Nation, and it's right over here, right now, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate you guys.
Body odor. And the way I avoid that is by using...
Yes, indeed. They're still on commercial break. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be listening to them, and then we're going to open up those phone line. Well, not a phone line, right? We're going to open it. Let me just go ahead and send the link out so that you guys can be waiting for this situation. And let's get this thing going the best way possible, Cowboy Nation. Bear with me. It ain't going to take me much longer. At all. And I know that a lot of people are feeling that this particular situation will set us back. I know y'all feeling that way, but don't. It's the thing called karma. It's a thing called life, and we're going to get this thing going. And let me see. Invite, copy it. There we go. And we're going to post it in the comment box so that you guys can jump on in. Spit your mind. Spit your thoughts about this thing. Here we go. Bam. And let me see. I'm going to try to pin it over there on the Law Nations 2.0 page. If you guys are there, just go ahead and click in there. We'll invite you over to the stream so you can spit your mind, spit your thoughts over here. Let's see. Show me the money. All right, cool. All right, we got one of the people already in here. Go ahead, spit your mind. Talk to the world.
Hey, Mom!
What's up, lady?
Dad got his money.
No. Just say I told you so. Go ahead. Here, let me hear you.
I told you so, hater. I was over there on the Watch the Notes channel with them fans over there. He was just going in on me. I said, you know what? I don't care what you're saying. Dak gonna be signed. He started talking about, oh, y'all got a few hours. He gonna be tagged, like I told you. He was just going off, popping off. And then one of the guys from their team said, oh no, Dak done been signed. So I got to see y'all coming on. I said, I gotta go with my crew because we finna act up.
It's turn up time all the way.
And also, Val said to put in the chat, if a hater coming out in your chat, he told us that supporters of Dak to tell them you can have whatever you like because Dak done got his money.
He got his money now. Hey, this is for all the haters. We shooting them down over here, baby. We are.
Boom. And they over there on Skywalker's talking crazy over there. I put in the comment like Val told me to tell them you can have whatever you like because number 4 is ours. And that's all that matters.
And just tell them down and tell them when you jump back over there, tell them, bring it. We right here and we ain't going anywhere. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me bring Chris in. I really appreciate you, Jessica.
Yes,
Call back, though.
sir.
Call back. Just jump in anytime.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate you. Chris, warm it up, Chris.
On, Law, what's going on, Law?
Nothing to it, man. That's my middle name right there, man. So I know you finna bring some heat, fam. Talk to me.
Hey, man, we was talking the other week. Man, and it is like a monkey off our back, we getting that done. Me and my buddy was just saying the other day, as Cowboys, we always go into the season with some type of drama, when we gonna franchise Dak, the year before Zeke and Cabo, but now it's to the point like what pieces we gonna get. I see a couple of them safeties already that got franchise Simmons from Denver.
Right.
It seemed May just got franchise for the Jets. So, we, like me and you were saying the other week, we got work to do on the defense. I wasn't worried about Dak. I was just more concerned about the defense, man.
Defense, yeah.
Stopping people, man. Stopping people. So we see where we go with that. But I think I like Surtain, for the first pick. But we always draft best player available. So
BPA, that's what we need to draft again. Best player. We don't need to get cute. We don't need to try to put a bow tie on it, no cherry on the top. BPA, go out there, grab the best player available. And if it's if tags are touching, this is just my philosophy, Chris. If tags are touching, then you just go lean on the side of the defense because we were historically bad last year. So let's not ever go down that road.
Right. What you think about Aldon Smith, man? You think we're gonna be able to bring him back?
Man, with Aldon, I know that the scheme may be different, but I'm looking at what we had a chance to talk to his trainer, Brandon Tucker. Shout out to my dog, Big Game James, for bringing him on the show when we was doing the show. He was saying that this brother can line up anywhere.
Okay.
He can line up anywhere. So my thing is, if his mind is right, if the price is right, bring him.
Right.
Sign him.
Right.
Let's get it.
What you think about Sean Lee, though, man?
It's over. He gone. No. He gone, man. Sean Lee need to just go ahead and be a defensive coordinator assistant.
Right. Because they were sitting there saying something about it's up. I think it was on Bleacher Report. I read an article. They were saying it's up in the air. He undecided. What are you gonna do? I was like, man, he need to sit down, man. Be the linebacker coach.
Linebacker coach. I think that the linebacker coach that we got now, we signed during the offseason or what have you, he primarily, I think that he only coached for a few brief seconds or something like that. So we need experience. We need people who really did that in their professions for a long period of time. It's time out. It's time out to bring in these guys who's learning on the job. So yeah, we need to have that experience aspect to it, fam.
Right.
But I appreciate you for calling in. What else you got for the show, Chris?
Man, it was always a pleasure, man.
Yeah, man. That's what I love, man. I love when y'all call in, baby. Hey, like I said, your first name is my middle name. It's Law Christopher Nation over here, baby. Let's go. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all hit that link, man. I'm going to share this link again. I don't know if my mods can pin it, but I don't have access to my 2.0 page like that right now. But there's the link to jump in, call in and hit that link. Voice your opinion, voice your thoughts. If you're jumping in, there's a waiting room. There's a lobby area. You can go grab some Kool-Aid. You can go grab all of your thoughts, and then I'll bring you on the air. All right, so let's listen in to 105.3 The Fan. Let's see what they're talking about now.
I mean, just in terms of how happy I am for Dak Prescott right now, what an awesome feeling it must be for him coming off that injury, all the unknowns of it all, and going through these negotiations really for 2 years now. So very much so surprised, but very excited, Chris. This is awesome.
Guess what? We've got Fish on the line right now.
Fish, let's see what Fish talking about.
Introduction.
Absolutely. He's at Fish Sports on the Twitter. He's our double insider, Cowboys and
I see you,
Mavericks.
Jay. I'm going to try to see how I can
We got plenty of Cowboys to get into right now. Fish, how you doing, my friend?
Fish.
Well, I really did feel like an idiot for the last almost 3 years saying that I believed Dak when he said he wanted to be a Cowboy for life, and then I believed the Joneses when they said he's the perfect picture of the quarterback we want. I really did. I was starting to feel like a moron. I feel like less of a moron tonight because although the dance took way too long, both parties got to where they wanted to go, especially guys to where Dak Prescott wanted to go.
Can you give us some details? You know, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter have been chopping down the numbers. Can you reiterate these numbers for all the Tolos and bleeders and cedars who have not heard all the details?
Give me the numbers,
we'll do this with some reflection, Chris, on what was being asked for over time. So last year, Dak asked for a 4-year deal, and the Cowboys wouldn't budge. They wanted 5. He gets a 4-year deal. Last year, what we talked about this morning and with G-Bag Nation was that Dak wanted included a no-tag clause last year.
Right.
That is to say, at the end of the term of my contract, you can't tag me again. The Cowboys would not budge on that one. Jane Slater was probably first to say that he wanted something more than Deshaun, but behind Patrick Mahomes. Well, that sounds like 40. He gets that. He gets the biggest signing bonus in NFL history, $65 million. And what do the Cowboys get? I think and I don't know this yet, I bet you there's voidable years tacked on to the back of this.
That's what some people are saying. They're reporting that there's like a year 5 and 6 that aren't real. Wink, wink. Just what you were talking about last week.
Right, the dummy years, and that helps you spread out the impact against the cap. Where the Cowboys win a couple things. One, his cap impact had it been under the tag at $37.7 million.
Facts.
That's hard to work with. That means that his not only would his tag have been, his salary would have been $37.7, but his cap impact would have been, and there's just not enough room to do that. Well, I'm told that his cap impact will now move closer to about $22 million.
Nice.
Well,
Facts.
I'm not very good at math. That just gave me an extra $13 million to do some stuff with, and then I'm going to go, and I don't have to go ask the players to do this. I just flip a switch. But the Amari Cooper contract, I'm going to restructure
Give it to
that.
him.
Get $12 million more room. I'm going to restructure the Tank Lawrence, get $12 million more. Now I can go do some business and build a team around Dak Prescott.
Okay, so Fish, you still feel like there will be some restructuring going down with some of these other contracts?
They better
Well,
be.
I think right now that they have between 50 and 20 million in cap room, and if Dak's going to count 22, they literally today couldn't do it. Now they couldn't do this deal. Now they don't have to be cap compliant until March
The 15th.
21st, I believe.
21st or
So they
15th?
have some time to
Okay.
do the flipping of switches and stuff. And I think technically you might put them on the tag like for a couple days while
Yes.
you work out your thing.
That's
you
what they
just-
said.
Yeah, you protect him that way. But yeah, they have to do.
Appreciate you, Clinton.
They have to do
Simpson.
the flipping of switches in order to afford anything else, including, of course, the $10 million or so that they'll need to have in the bank for the upcoming draft.
We were talking about this a little earlier, Fish. I'm not totally surprised that this happened. I liked what you were saying earlier about get in front of each other. Jerry is a closer, the whole 9 yards. I've been saying that for weeks now, that I thought it would happen. And primarily, and this is what a lot of people are missing, it wasn't about, is Dak the quarterback for this team? Yeah, they are. Yeah, he is, rather. Is he the perfect quarterback for this team? Maybe not the perfect one. Off the field he is, but on the field, no, he's not the arm talent of Patrick Mahomes. But what a lot of Cowboy fans and Tolos are missing is this contract situation was holding the entire franchise hostage where they could not team build. And that's what a lot of people love to do. They love to team build. Well, you can't team build if you don't know what you've got. If your quarterback is counting with the tag, counting so much up against the cap, your owner, who's 78 years old, he's going to be emeritus owner within 10 years. And he doesn't have time for a bad time. So
Appreciate
I
you,
figured
Trey.
they would capitulate because Jerry's trying to win a Super Bowl. He's competitive. He's tired of Robert Kraft having all these rings.
Well,
Dak Prescott won the negotiations.
Yes.
he did. He
That's
did.
indisputable.
Or Todd
The
France.
Cowboys can win by winning. People don't remember when Drew Brees' Saints went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
That next year, and I make fun of salary cap hell because it's fairly mythical.
There you
But they
go.
really did. They weren't going to be that good again for a while.
They had to
Because
fire the defense.
They shot all their shots, but they won the Super Bowl. Who cared? Mm-hmm. They're still partying in New Orleans because they won that Super Bowl, and it was worth it. It was worth going into debt, if you will. So if the Cowboys pay too much on Dak Prescott, the only time anybody will say that is if this team keeps winning 7 games a year. If this team's a Super Bowl contender over the course of Dak Prescott's contract, most years, then the logical Cowboy fan will not have a gripe about the numbers. And by the way, 2 years from now, when the salary cap skyrockets because of the new TV contract, as ridiculous as it sounds today, $40 million won't even sound like that much 2 years from now.
Exactly.
Mike Fisher, our Cowboys insider, with us here in the nosebleed seats as Dak and the Cowboys have agreed on a long-term contract here in the last hour and a half or so. And so, Fish, I'm curious, why today of all days? What happened today that was different? They woke up and just decided, okay, here we go?
Appreciate
Well,
you, Leroy.
I am trying to get a good answer to whether or not Jerry stuck his nose into the room. I'm trying to get a good answer as to whether Dak Prescott, who's in the building all the time, rehabbing with trainers, if he might not have gone upstairs and snuck his nose into the room. I said this to G-Bag Nation. I don't think they argued with me. I think we were just trying to work through it. But You put, Chris knows this, you put Jerry Jones in a room.
Oh, my God.
And I don't care. Right now, at this moment, I know there's Cowboy fans that are not fond of Mr. Jones for whatever reason, his personal style, or we haven't won enough Super Bowls. But Chris can testify to this. The earth moves when Jerry Jones walks into a room. It does. And he gets things done. He is the movingest, shakenest, most successful sales. He might be the most successful salesman in human history. I'm not joking.
Yeah, he's a closer. He is the closer.
So get him in the room. And by the time that, and this has happened time and time again in Cowboy history, you get Tank Lawrence into the room, deal gets done. Because he's sitting in there, and your agent doesn't love it, and your lawyer doesn't. Like I said to G-Bag Nation, there's a reason your lawyer doesn't usually let you talk in the courtroom. Because he's a lawyer and you're a dope. But in this case, maybe my dopey emotions should play into it a little bit. So I think Dak Prescott might have thrown his 2 cents in. I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jones didn't do the same. And I can go back 31 years now.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me.
Deadlines make deals is what Jerry told me 31 years ago, and that's the short answer. Tomorrow's the deadline, so that's why it got done today, as opposed to Sunday or Saturday or Friday. Today is the eve of the deadline.
I'll give you 2 recent examples of this, Fish, and you know this story oh so well. First of all, Lyle Collins was a total free agent because nobody drafted him. He was headed to the Miami Dolphins. They bring him over to Jerry's house with his mom. He signs the damn deal. And Des Bryant. Des Bryant had no contract. He was not going to sign his franchise tag. He said, I put it on my kids. I'm not going to sign this deal. Jerry and Steven fly up to New York and meet face to face with Jay-Z and the agency CAA, and the deal got done. So you were exactly right when you were saying put Jerry in front of somebody. I bet for sure Jerry stepped into this contract negotiation and got it done.
And I think we have to point this out too about the way Steven and Jerry operate. And Brian Broaddus and I have tried to kind of work on this formula for the
Appreciate you, Asmodeus.
Steven is calculator Steven. He's trying to have this puzzle fit, and all the pieces have to fit a certain way. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good way to run a business.
Facts.
Jerry is Wildcat and Jerry. Jerry sometimes just says, I know that you guys think that's a dry well over there, but let's go drill a hole over there anyway. And the next thing you know, you get glory holes sometimes.
Glory hole, baby!
Every once in a while, is it okay if Calculator Steven moves aside a little bit to let Wildcat and Jerry kind of say, you know what, to hell with it. He wants a no-trade clause? Give him a no-trade clause. I'm not going to trade him.
Y'all read J. Farm comment.
Clause? Fine. We'll worry about that in 4 years. We're going to win a Super Bowl anyway, and we'll do a new deal with him anyway. So I think Wildcat and Jerry was an influence here, yes.
Fish, before we let you out of here, is it safe for us as Cowboys fans to get maybe a little bit more excited for free agency now that there's some open cap space?
Yeah, again, we can do the hard numbers here. I can get you $44 million worth of cap space with relative ease. I'm going to sign Dak Prescott. His influence is going to be 20. His impact is 22 on the cap. That leaves you around 20 more, but you got to save 9 or 10 for the draft. So, yeah, you're not going to go out there and go sign some, the best defensive tackle in football or the best. That's not happening. But can you make a move or two that are better than the last couple of years of moves you've made? The answer is yes. So the Cowboys have a habit of being kind of bargain basement shoppers often in free agency. Maybe they can go to the middle shelf this year, and they have to kind of solve another question that I know goes through their head.
Appreciate you,
Tex. Last year, they got you 3 names in free agency. In fact, they got you 4, and one of them of the 4 worked out. Gerald McCoy got hurt. Daryl Worley couldn't figure it out. Don Terry Poe couldn't play, and Aldon Smith could play. And Aldon Smith is a unique situation. So they signed 4 guys you've heard of last year, and 75% of them didn't work. By the way, all those guys, I think, are the age of 30. So those are some factors that everybody needs to wrestle with as we get ready for free agency.
Fish, thanks as always for the time, brother. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, man.
Chris Arnold is always the dog over there. And shout out to Mike Fisher. Swayze, dog, you left, man. I was going to bring you on. But let me send out this link again for those who want to jump on in. I know that, hey, it is what it is. I'm so crunk right now. I've seen a lot of people say that in the chat. I really appreciate you. If you want to be a part of the show, hit that link, jump right on in, spit your mind. If you disagree with the signing, if you agree with the signing, click that link as well. Either way, come jump right on in, spit your mind. Let's get this thing going one way or another. Hey, I got Jessica jumping back in. Look, Jessica. Spit and show some of that love over there. Show some of it. Talk to me.
I'm just excited, for Dak and everything. And the haters, can care less what they're saying. They going from channel to channel just to say something negative because they mad. We don't care. Scratch your booty. Get glad, baby. Because Dak is signed. He our quarterback. So you can hate on haters because, baby, we going to continue to celebrate for Dak because you people been talking so much trash all off season since the beginning and before, talking about this man. This man deserves respect, and y'all better put some respect on our quarterback name. I told y'all that he was going to be our quarterback, but now tag. Ain't no tag happening. Sign happened. Boom, y'all. Still signed and delivered. Let me get out the way, and I hope Queen come in. I want to hear from the Queen.
Yeah, Queen gonna come in eventually. Queen? She's somewhere around there. She probably be with a celebratory drink somewhere. She's probably celebrating. But I appreciate you. Let me let all money in. I saw him somewhere here. Appreciate you. All right, cool. All money, you done left, but I'm gonna bring in Ed. Ed, you're live. You ain't live. DC for life. I think that's your name. L0712.
What's up? I'm here, baby. How you, man?
Oh, man, it's your world, man. It's your world. I'm just trying to pay rent. Talk to me, man. You live on the nation, baby.
Listen, man, I'm tired of the haters, man. I don't know what they watching. Dak is elite to me.
Mm-hmm.
You take it back to Quincy Carter, Drew Henson.
Lord.
This what the fans want?
No, they don't want that. They don't want that. Yeah.
It's been a long time. I'll be 41 this year. It's been a long time since I've seen the chip, and I'm quite tired of Jerry and company. But we got to keep the faith, man. We have a good squad. Get that defense together, and I think we're gonna make a good run.
Oh yeah. I mean the defense. Look. Now that we got the offense and we saw what happened last year, of course, the offensive line, this situation with the football, I guess with Ezekiel Elliott and all of that other stuff that was going on, that was last year.
Right.
Now we finna move forward to this year. Now, I see a lot of people, DC for life, were saying that, hey, there's zero excuses now. There's zero this. Well, true. This is a no excuse business, right?
Listen, man, these people, they want Dak to be the savior of all. Football is probably one of the only sports that take every man from top to bottom to get it done.
Yeah.
It's not basketball. You can't have two men that's going to dominate on offense and everybody else take care of defense. It takes 22 men out there, plus the backups.
Man, yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you, DC for life. What else you got for the show, man?
All right, thanks, man.
Appreciate you. JB, what's good, JB? Talk to me, man.
What up? How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, let's go with it, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, look, it's a good day today, ain't it?
Oh, man, it's all good.
Hey, look, listen. Today, how you doing now?
Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, man. I'm sitting back chilling. Hey, it is what it is on a Monday. And then all of a sudden, I was on my way of picking up the kids and everything, and the breaking news flash. I was like, oh, wow. I thought it was going to be tomorrow, but it's all good. Talk to me, man.
Hey, that's dope. It was a beautiful day outside.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice weather here in Columbus. It was 61 degrees. Mm-hmm. I took a nap, and I woke up, and I got the news. Dak is signed. What was it? What they said, 160 mil, something like that?
160 million, but I'm only gonna look at the $126 million guaranteed. That's the real number, right?
Yeah, that's the real number. Hey, look, listen. But hey, he signed. We got him. I'm happy. Now we just gotta build. We just gotta build that offensive line. You know what I'm about to say?
Go ahead.
Elijah Vera Tucker.
Yeah, you've been on him.
Yes, sir. Elijah. He got some hands. Elijah Vera Tucker. That's what we need. And Deontay Brown. We're going to miss one of them. We're going to miss one of them, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
But if at number 10, one of them fall, we need to grab them. Because that's what we need. We need offensive line crazy. That was our downfall last year.
Oh, you speaking through my mind, fam. You speaking through my mind. What else you got for the show before I bring Ed back on?
Hey, man, I'm just saying I'm happy. Thanks for streaming the show tonight. Right. You know, I'm happy. Dak is here and Foles up.
Foles up. Hey, y'all put Foles up in the chat box. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Y'all put them Foles in the chat box, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Ed, you're live now, baby. You're back on it. Talk to me, man. I know you got some heat. Now.
Law, what's up, man? Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys. Go with it. Go with it.
Hey, look, I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to go with this. Whatever they do, I'm down with it.
Right.
But this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do for the offensive line, brother. We got to move Tyron Smith to left guard and find us a tackle. I think if Tyron Smith is playing the guard, he won't get hurt because he ain't got a twist. At the tackle spot, Tyron Smith is turning sideways. And then when you got a bad back, it hurts your back. So I think if they move him to left guard and find a tackle, I think the offensive line will be fixed. But man, I hope this works for us, man. I hope that Dak works because I really believe that I think they could have made a better move in getting Zach Wilson or Justin Fields and have all that cap to fix that defense because you know a top 5 defense.
Man, you know I'm gonna have to do it to you, man. No, Ed, every time, Ed. No, Ed. Ed, the comedy relief for us all, baby. Hey, I seen Zach Wilson. It was against was it Florida? Who did they play? Coastal Carolina. Looked like he was running for what? Boy, you better hush it with Zach.
Coastal Carolina had a hit squad defense. They might have played in that other conference, but Coastal Carolina was balling last year.
So what you think the NFL gonna be like? You think the NFL defense is not gonna be like Coastal Carolina defense?
Yeah, but you got NFL offense against that NFL defense too now. But yeah, man, I hope the best for Dak. I do, and I hope the best for the Cowboys. I mean, the move they made is the move they made. You know what I mean? I just hope to God that we got a little money to get defense. And Dak's his contract only counts for $22 million this year. And if they do some restructuring, they can go get some free agents for defense, like Leonard Williams. I hope they get Leonard Williams.
Dog, Ed, I really appreciate you for calling in, man. Stay tuned, man. I'll bring the show back on for you, man. Appreciate it. Let me let Jay Versi come on, man.
You know I ain't missing you, dog.
Appreciate you, fam. You have a good one, man.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Hey, Ed, always, boy. The number to the stream, let me just post it in the it's not a number, it's a link that you got to click on and you join in from there. But my dog Jay Versick in the house. Talk to me, man. Speak your mind.
Can you hear me, Law?
Yeah, man. Everybody, man, you live.
Oh, okay. Bro, I'm so excited for this. Like, I've been arguing with Steelers fans at work and stuff about this, and one of the guys is like, "Man, Dak, I wouldn't trust." I'm like, "Bro, don't worry about my team. He ain't your quarterback. Worry about your team." And this got me excited. And like I just told one of my friends, I'm like, "Bro, in 2016 and 2018 when we had a good defense, that got us to the playoffs. this is a better Dak now. So hopefully this version of Dak can do better, especially with a Dan Quinn who don't have to worry about head coaching. He can just focus on defense.
Facts. Well, here's what I was looking at with the defense when you said good defense, and I'm not trying to sully or denigrate the actual defense, but I think that they played some type of control ball. They was running the ball, keeping time of possession heavy on their side of the coin, and was able to be. They was more of a finesse type of defense. I looked at our front four as more of a finesse type of package. We never had that grimish, that grit, that big plug that you can put inside that will gobble up a few. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So we was a finesse, but the person in 2018, when we was on this roll, the person that showed the blueprint was Eb Flus. You know, Coach Flus, when he was showing up like, hey, they had Marlon, what's his name, Mack?
Marlon Mack, the goddamn coach, gave us that donut. They gave us that donut. Right? And now they got a Carson Wentz. Oh my God. But man, look, all I say is this. I'm expecting big things this year, especially with Dak only taking up the 22.5?
23. Just say 23.
Yeah, wait, 23. So that's still what? That's to give us enough room to be able to go try to grab some free agents.
Right. With $14-15 million laying on the table, and then hey, you got a Amari Cooper contract just sitting over there, pretty. You can move some stuff around and make that shake, Jay. And we got some things that we could do, and I want them. Whatever we dance with is look on the free agency side, on the defensive side.
One thing I could say, honestly, I really don't feel like we need too much to add to our offense, because one thing that showed us is when Dak went down, our offense still was moving. Especially with Dalton showing up the way he showed up, like I did not expect him to do what he did.
That's Schultz, man. Look, I'm going to say again, I apologize to all of the Schultz believers. If you guys believed in Schultz from the beginning, from the jump, I apologize because I didn't believe in Schultz, you know.
and this is anybody who plays Madden 21 out there. Schultz is legit on there. But I was playing on Sunday, and I threw the ball in the end zone and Schultz caught. I was like, see, that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing. I hope he shows up again this year with Jarwin.
No doubt, man. Let my dog stand up right quick, man. Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you. Man, that was a hot call. Let me just give my dog one of these right here, man. Jay Versick. And also, this is Sparta. That's for Ed, man. Appreciate you, man. All right, stand up.
Hey, how about them Cowboys?
Oh, damn, how about them Cowboys? Talk to me,
man. Man, I wanted to get on here and speak my piece. Love you, Law.
Appreciate it.
I just much support, much love coming from, the west side of Texas. But them Cowboys, man, they should have done this thing 2 years ago. It would have got him for less. But I'd have paid him 40 then. He's been there as a good quarterback for the Cowboys. Mm-hmm. He's everything you want off the field. I've always thought Dak Prescott has shown that he was better than, even, old boy from the Texans. I always thought Prescott was better than him. I don't know what people's obsession is with Watson. He ain't done nothing. I don't see how you can call him elite, but I think this was well deserved, and $40 million is a good price to pay for somebody that's going to be the face of your franchise. Now we need to go get a defensive tackle to help these linebackers out.
Yeah.
And we might need to work on, the offensive line, probably get somebody that can protect that blind side because, Tyron Smith, he might not, give us a whole 17 games.
Yeah. This thing is with Tyron. Ed is with the belief that you kick Tyron as guard and then you go out there and grab another tackle. My thing is the tackle could be a fickle situation. It's a blind spot. If you're going to do something like that, it better be a veteran guy, somebody that's already been in the league. I would surely hate to see a rookie at left tackle. That is a very, very high-end responsibility type of position, especially at that tackle spot.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't put a rookie at the tackle spot. Unless he just, shows me something, on the practice or in film that where he would hold up, and he would have to show me consistently. It wouldn't be I saw this one time. You got to show me. Again on Dak Prescott, I think this is a good move. The Cowboys should be in the playoffs next year. Hopefully we can make a deep run now that we got that most important position taken care of.
Put it like this, man. Who got the best quarterback in the NFC East right now?
I mean, I shouldn't have to say it, but Dak.
So now that you got the best quarterback in the NFC East, and I'm not trying to throw this out there like, hey, that's guaranteeing you to be in the playoff, but the name of the game is first and foremost, win your division. Win your division. I used to be like this. When it's a bye week, or it's one of those things where we got the bye week, I used to be nervous because of the fact that we had Coach Red. And we all know about preparation and preparing yourself. I thought that was something that we were going to get an increase of with Mike McCarthy, but I didn't see that last year. I gave him a mulligan, but this year I want to see more preparation. I'm going to be hard on this team as it relates to that. They got to prepare themselves. Of course, that was his second year ever or third year ever? Third year ever, right? Kellen Moore calling offense. Third year ever, right? Yeah. So all of that stuff, we can't use, he's a young OC. Now he's a veteran OC. He better craft up a plan for Ezekiel Elliott, and he better craft up a plan early, quick, and often for Dak Prescott. It's no more of this, hey, we waiting for this, we waiting for that. No. No.
Well, Law, this is what I want. This is what I want to see, and then I'll let the nation go on. But this is what I want to see. I want to see us starting to plan per our opponent. Not some kind of style or scheme that we want to get out here and run all day, every day. It is not 1990 anymore. You can't play games that way. You have to start planning and scheming towards the person that you're playing or the team that you're playing. Like, there's no point in running, pass coverage scheme against a team that likes to pound the ball.
Facts.
I mean, and then not to make that the only thing that had me hot with the Cowboys, no adjustments.
Point on, spot on.
You come out here in the second half knowing you're getting, the ball rammed down your throat, and you don't bring a safety down into the box. You know what I mean? You just don't make any adjustments. And then you want to look at it and say, oh, well, the defense is bad. Well, hey, I mean, are you in the position to look bad? So, I mean, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? So this is the mindset that we have and the expectation that's going to bring over to the Dallas Cowboys for the 2021 season. So I've seen so many people say, hey, there should be no excuses. Yes. When we call the game, when we analyze everything, I'm going to call out a spade a spade. That's just the bottom line. But now that he got his coin, got his bag, he should say to himself, all right, cool. All of the other stuff is out the window. It's all about winning this championship. And it's not saying that it wasn't earlier, but now I know for sure I got confidence walking in the house. It's my house now, baby. You know what I'm saying? You walk in that thing, bow-legged now, stand up. Appreciate you, man. What else you got for the show before I let you go?
Oh, man, just much love to the nation. Just wanted to tell everybody out there, man, support Law, one of the best I've ever come across in my, 35 years of living. Man, I tell you what, you doing good things, doing big things down there in the Dallas area. And I'm always be here to support you, man. 100.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for jumping on, man. Stand up. Stand up. He was one of the guys that said he's supporting his team, man, and that's his name, Stand Up. Cowboys. So I really appreciate him for jumping in. I see all of you guys with the 4s in the chat box. I really appreciate you guys, man. Oh, hey, I got to get my dog on here, man. Let me just get my dog on here, man. Here you go, right here. Let me get the dog up on here. Italian Cowboy. What's good, baby? What's good?
K's at each, Lord. K's at each. That means what's happening in Italian. What's up, my man?
Oh, man, nothing to it, brother, man. Oh, man, you've been a strong supporter of the channel. Look, when I had like 3 subscribers, I knew you was there. You know, I was talking to myself, and you was there. Talk to me, man.
Man, Lord, man, I was still though, you know, like I disappeared for a year. We talked about it, but I feel still guilty about that. But you know, I got mad love for you, and hey, man, I'm just so excited. You know what I'm saying? That we finally got Dak signed, and
appreciate you, man.
And you know, I mean, it's just I'm overwhelmed right now. You know, especially since, like, I know, like, remember I went out on that thin limb? I said, yeah, they're going to get that deal done by the night, no matter how much I pondered it.
Right.
Because, I mean, everything hinged on Dak. I mean, you don't know what free agents that, you know, you want to pick up. You don't know what you're going to draft. As far as the draft is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, like, our best case scenario would be one of those top name quarterbacks to still be available at 10. You know? Yeah. Then we can trade back. You get someone like a J.C. Horn or someone like that. Because I like those cornerbacks that got that DNA. You know, like they get that DNA. Like Horn got that DNA. Surtain got that DNA. Asante Samuel, he got that cornerback DNA. You know, Foley, everybody, you know, they you know, I think they're over tripping on him because the brother runs a 4.2 or something like that. But
right.
I mean, I'm going with those other guys, you know. But that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Solid guys, DNA, somebody that you can know for sure that when they get burnt on the field, their dad is going to be like, look, son.
That's what I'm talking about.
You got a name you got to uphold around here.
Right, and you know his pop's gonna direct him in the right, like, you know what I mean? Like his dad's gonna be like, hey, don't get carried away with the women and the money and the this and the that. You know what I'm saying? They'll have good guidance because, you know, I mean, and
they already gonna have you know, when Chris Carter was saying every player should have him a fall guy. Although he got in trouble for saying it, he was speaking the truth. See, these guys that already fathers played in the NFL.
Oh,
have you a fall guy.
But I like J.C. Horn, man. He's got that he got that Ramsey edge. Like he'll talk about your mama, your papa, your sister, your cousin, your dog, your cat. I mean, he talks all kind of trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the kind of guys I want playing defensive back, as long as they can back it up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I'm just, like, so excited, man, and glad to be talking to you. And, you know, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you have other people that want to get on. I wasn't even sure I'd be able to get this to work because I'm not,
oh, man, you working it like magic, baby. This is butter for you, man.
I'm telling you, man, you're teaching me well, man. Hey, but now that I know how to do it, man, I mean, bing, bang, boom, I'll get on there. You know, I don't want to take up too much time because I know other people want to, you know, put their 2 cents in, but I just want the people to know, the family to know, like, the future is bright now. Like, I haven't been this excited, like, since 95.
Woo!
No, I'm serious. You know, I mean, you live like 95. We got 95. Believe it or not, Lord.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, like it starts at the beginning, at the very top of Maine, the Canadian border goes all the way down to Miami. It's 95. That's Route 95. So whenever you say live like 95, that's the artery I think of. But man, I'm telling you, fam, we're going to be all right. We're going to get some defense. Will McClay, he knows how to draft dogs. I'll get into some other things on some other times, but I love you all, fam. Law, nothing but mad love for you and respect. And I'll keep listening, brother. You know that.
Man. Appreciate you, Italian Cowboy. I'm gonna give you one of these horns, man. And this is Sparta.
Yes.
Yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah. How you say, man? Go Cowboys in y'all tongue, in y'all native tongue.
Oh, you want to say Avanti? Avanti Cowboys. That means let's go Cowboys.
Avanti Cowboys. You know,
yeah.
I want to get that Italian mafia feel, man. I'm having some of that Italian music. When you call in, I'm going to find me some Italian music, and I'm going to have that just playing. I'm like, man, I'm speaking to the Godfather. You know what I'm saying?
You got them fools up there calling themselves Bill Mafia. Bill's Mafia. What the hell you guys talking about, man? I'm the fool stuck behind enemy lines. I got the Patriots to the north of me. I got Philly to the south of me. I got the Giants to the west of me. I'm behind enemy lines over here, but don't worry, I got a lockdown, man.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much, bro.
All right, bro. I'll talk to you soon. Later.
That's a good call from the Italian Cowboy. Appreciate you, B. New, for the $25 donation to help elevate the nation. I'm a Jaguar and a Gator fan, but I'm supporting the show, bro. Cowboy supporter by default via 22. Y'all already know that's a good number right there. That's a good number. One of the greatest numbers anybody can wear, especially when they're running the rock. So I appreciate you, P. New. Bring it. We right here, and we ain't going anywhere. Starboy.
Hey, what up, though? You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. I see you, man. He got the faux shirt on, baby. He better bring some heat,
always
man.
Repping, always rocking. You know what I'm talking about?
Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, you know what I'm talking about? I've been praying for Dak Prescott for many moons, and he is the Messiah sent down, you know what I'm talking about? So, you know what I'm talking about? I'm glad they finally came to their senses and signed the boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Starboy, man, you right on the money, man. Way you looking swole over there. I thought you was Prescott. I was about to say, man, I got Prescott on the show, baby.
We about similar in stature. I'm 6'4", 255, so, you know what I'm talking about? I'm a little bit bigger than him.
Okay.
You know, I played defensive end back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? For Duncanville High School. You know what I'm talking about? So
okay,
yeah, I'm a little bit bigger than him.
Okay. So you're like, man, Dak Prescott smaller than me, man. What you talking about? But what kind of heat you gonna bring to the show, fam?
Hey, man, you already know. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we met back in what was that? That was the training camp like 2-3 years ago, right before COVID.
Oh wow, man! I got a short-term memory. I'm good with faces, but
you know what I'm talking about. You know, I do Cowboy music. You know what I'm talking about? Dallas Cowboys to death for me, America's team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. Oh my goodness, man! I need to get some of your stuff, man, over here.
Hey, I put in the comment box. You know what I'm saying? You need to get with me. We can chop up some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put it on your soundboard. You know, I got that Purge Squad that has that siren off in it.
Oh, you got this right here, yeah.
Yeah, I got a song with that in there. Yeah, Purge Squad.
Oh yeah. I need to actually, I'm gonna shoot you my. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna shoot you my email address in the private chat over here. And,
for sure, I got you. You know what I'm talking about? I'll email you everything I got, and then you know what I'm saying. If you want to chop it up, you know what I'm saying. Use it 3 second, 5 second, 10 second, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Do what you need to.
Yes, they're going to be the intro. Now, as long as it's copyright free and everything, royalty free, because YouTube be after me, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's all me. You know what I'm talking about? The beat mine, you know what I'm talking about? The music mine, everything mine. So, you know what I'm talking about? I give you permission to use whatever you need to.
That's what I'm talking about, Starboy, man. Hey, man. Hey, y'all need to check out his music. Y'all need to check out his content. Starboy. I'm talking about, man, the dude got some good flavor, some good stuff, man, some everything good over there. Y'all check him out, man. Primarily, you was on the Facebook group. I know that I'm on the YouTube. I'm on multiple platforms right now. But, man, I'm definitely going to pump your stuff out over here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm on YouTube, Starboy Entertainment, Facebook, Starboy Entertainment, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, check it out. But I'm just happy that folk got signed, you know what I'm talking about? I've been pumping that pay Dak for a minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad they finally did. They should have signed him, you know what I'm talking about? When Romo retired, we wouldn't be having this discussion for 2 years, 3 years, you know, because you could have got him for 28, you know what I'm talking about? 30 million, you know what I'm talking about? But, you know, them holding their dollars, holding their coin, you know what I'm talking about? They had to pay.
No doubt, man. They should. Now, all I can think about now, if they can just focus and concentrate on the defensive side of the ball, we okay with what we got. Yes, we had some injuries on the front five last year. Hopefully during this draft, maybe we can get one guy that we can insert and be okay with. But I'm really looking at this defense. If we can improve on this defense, it's over.
I'm O-line, D-line, you know what I'm talking about? And then we gotta sew up the secondary again, you know what I'm talking about? Like we did a secondary upgrade about 4 or 5 years ago, but now it's time we gotta either re-sign or replace. So we gotta make some moves, and once we do that, we be good.
No doubt, fam. No doubt. What else you got for the show?
Hey man, you know what I'm talking about? Just, you know what I'm saying? I've been a proud supporter, you know what I'm saying? We need to get together and get some stuff rocking, get some stuff rolling. It's quest for the 6, you know what I'm saying? We need to lock in and go ahead and make a push for the Super Bowl, for real though.
Let's lock this stuff in, fam. Hey, wherever the first home game at, I'll be there or I'll be somewhere close. Let's lock it up then, fam.
Hey,
Let's do it.
You know we be at Lot 10, right on the corner, you know what I'm saying? Right at AT&T Stadium, right on the corner. The hard hitters be there every home game. So, you know what I'm saying? Roll through. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can do a broadcast. I know the signal will be weak out there, but
that's
you know,
okay.
we can get something going.
We'll figure it out, fam. Appreciate you, fam.
For sure, though.
Salute. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
This is Sparta!
Y'all know how we get down, baby. Baby. Let's lock in this defense. And he said offensive line, too, for your mind. We got to bring in all of those things. We do. We got to really pump this thing all the way through. Let me check on 105.3 The Fan. I see you, Ed. You waiting in the chill, laid-back room. I know you chilling. I see you, Jessica. Y'all laid back in the lobby area. Hey, if y'all want to jump onto the screen, there's the link that's in the description box. Just click that link, upload the app on your phone. And then you jump right on in. It's easy. It's simple. And you can be part of the show. But let me see what they got going on over there.
The prospects of being potentially more having more cap space and more flexibility to make some free agent moves. Do you think that's possible, or is it still going to be penny pinching Stephen Jones?
It's possible because as we've all seen that reported number, it's around $22 million. So they saved 15.5 just by not franchise tagging him. But I think what it may do actually more than give them $15 million extra to spend is that in their eyes, I think they may view it as that's $15 million worth of switches we don't have to flip on in-house contracts now. Mm-hmm. And so I think it causes them to hold off on kicking the can down the road on a couple contracts here or there. I don't know that that's going to be spending money, but I would assume that that's more about we can keep our books a little cleaner and we don't have to put some stuff on the credit card here.
Hey, Bobby, you are real tight with Jane Slater, and she's been on top of a lot of things, especially knowing where Dak and his agent wanted to be slotted, per se, between Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. Are you surprised about any little detail that has come out that seems to fall in line with what she's been talking about? Because Jane's a pro. She's my girl.
I mean, I just want to, flash back to about a year ago when there was all this drama when Jane had said that Dak wanted $40 million annually. That number ended up being right on the money a year in advance.
Ding, 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 ding.
So she gets a lot of credit for that. No, I think overall I guess the biggest surprise I have is it's some of the finer details. I'm surprised that a no trade clause was even something he requested. I'm surprised that the no tag clause was in there. And I'm surprised, honestly, that they seem to go ahead and give into all of it before even hitting the tag deadline, especially with, rumors that the tag deadline was going to get pushed back some.
This sounds like Jerry jumped in to me. I swear to God, Steve is the one that's hardball. Jerry's the one that says, let's get this thing done.
It very well could be, but I also know that when the Zeke deal got done, what really pushed that over the edge was Steven kind of saying, just get this done. Like, make it happen. Just get it done. And so I could see that potentially Steven got to that point here too, and that it just said, let's get this done. I think what this says is that ultimately, for everything that was said and all these, things that were reported in the media and all these barbs and backhanded compliments that have been thrown around over the last 2 years, I think ultimately what this says is the Cowboys knew without a doubt that they had to get it done, and it was a lot of blustering and gamesmanship. And in the end, they just said, we can't play with fire like this anymore. This is our guy, and we got to commit to him.
Bobby Belt with us here in the nosebleed seats. So yeah, I mean, is this something? Do you feel like if they would have gotten the franchise tag, they still would have ended up coming to an agreement before July, or was this in their mind something that, hey, we got to get this done before the franchise tag, otherwise we're going on another year this?
I think it was important to everybody to go ahead and just get it done before that complicating factor came in. And so I think they deserve a lot of credit for just saying, look, we're not going to drag this out anymore. We're not going to play games with this. We just need to get this done because this is a legitimate deadline here. The whole deadlines make deals talk we've heard for so long. I don't think they viewed any of the past 2 years as legitimate deadlines. And I think what happened is they viewed this as a serious marker in the road and ultimately decided to not play with that fire, like I said. So yeah, I think that if it came to the tag deadline, I'm sure they still would have worked something out. But I mean, I think it was a riskier play, and you risk things becoming more contentious and potentially damaged. Hope everything's just kind of water under the bridge now. The way the Zeke and D-Law negotiations, which got pretty ugly, ultimately, were smoothed over the second pen was signed to paper.
Bobby, you got a question from the 254. We've got a bleeder in the 254 is asking the question of, can you please explain what a no tag provision is?
They can't tag him again. If that contract runs out, they can't tag him again, is basically what that means.
And he also has a no trade, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he basically is in complete control of his future now.
And remember,
which is why the Cowboys have conceded on every single measure, even ones that people weren't discussing.
Exactly. You know how I was saying this on the crosstalk with G-Bag Nation. You know how Jerry and Steven always like to say they have a high tolerance for ambiguity?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out Dak Prescott does too.
That's exactly it.
Bobby, are you going to go get yourself a Dak Prescott jersey now? Have you already hit the order button, or is that something you did many, many minutes ago?
No, I've ordered Dak Prescott jerseys for my children before. I'm not much of a jersey buyer myself. The last jersey I bought for myself was a Sean Marion jersey back when he first signed with the Mavericks. Yeah, it was actually fun. I went to the year they won the title. I went to a road game in Denver, and I was wearing it, and I was right behind the Mavericks bench, and Sean Marion saw it and pointed at me and winked, and it was one of the coolest moments of my young life. And so that was the last jersey I really bought for myself. I bought one other jersey since then. It's a Calvin Ridley Falcons jersey, but that's just a petty story that I'll have to tell you off the air as to why I purchased that.
Okay, Bobby, I've got some advice for Dak. Do you have some advice for Dak? I got one piece of advice. And by the way, for those who don't know, there's supposed to be a press conference. Maybe it's going to be Zoom on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And they're going to put the tag on him tomorrow anyway until they, cross all the T's and dot all the I's and all that. But I've got one small piece of advice. I'm going to say my advice first, and you can think of yours. And Eric, if you've got some advice
well, I've got mine. If you want me to just
go yeah, go right ahead.
My one piece of advice is you can now tell Tad to deactivate his Twitter account.
My small piece of advice, and Eric, be sure to bring him yours as well. My small piece of advice is 2 words: prenup. He got engaged, I think. I saw the ring on the finger.
You don't believe in classic trust and love? Come on.
It's 2021.
Bobby, thanks as always.
Wait, Eric, you're not getting out of this. You got some advice?
My advice to Dak is to not take financial advice to a guy who's on the radio making $10 an hour living at his mom's house. So there's my Dak advice right there.
Got you down.
Bobby, go get that Dak jersey and go get that Dak wink, man. I think you got a chance.
All right, thanks, guys. Love you all.
Love you too, man.
There he goes. Bobby Bell, NFL Network Boys and Girl Podcast. Always joins us on Tuesdays, but tonight was far too pertinent. We had to get him on to react to.
Oh, let me turn that music down. They're going to take the whole stream down with that music. I appreciate y'all for jumping in. But yeah, Prescott. Oh, my goodness. I don't wear jerseys, but this is my better half jersey. This is her jersey. Of course. But that's what the jersey power can do, the power of Dak Prescott. They gave him some advice. They said, hey, let Tad Prescott deactivate his Twitter account. Tag can speak his mind now. And also they said prenup, and then the other guy was saying do not, and I'm saying that with the capital DONOT, do not listen to somebody who's making $10 an hour on the radio. So that's crazy. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let me see who we got in the waiting room. Miss Jessica, girl, you ain't no party like a cowboy party. You sitting in his waiting room. What's good, lady? You the only one? Or you just in there by default? I didn't see Queen jump in.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you good.
not here by default.
Okay. Talk to me then. So
I had it on mute. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you that the dude said from the Watch the No Name fan team, saying about, he gonna say, oh, yeah, you better be hope that old boy ain't there, because he like the four quarterbacks up. And then he brought up Dak ankle. Oh, he made me hot, but when you popped up, I just left the show because I was about to let him have it. Baby, don't come up here trying to wish nothing up on our quarterback. And first of all, Dak is healed. So you better hope you better, okay, we gonna see what he do with Land Collins. They forgot Land Collins ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
And he gonna come back with a vengeance as well. And so that little dude they talking about, the little Fleming, Cam, whatever, that little yellow boy with them braids was, baby, when Land Collins get through with him, and he gonna wish he hadn't try to come near that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So all of this trying to wish, because you mad now, because you were saying that he wasn't going to get signed. You were saying that he was going to get tagged. You were popping off and started talking about this man's ankle, but all of y'all wanted him. But they wanted that. They was confessing that they was going to take him from us. They were bragging. But, to him and some of these haters that keep coming up in these chats, baby, y'all can float on with that hate, baby, because guess what? You can have whatever you like, because Dak is ours. He's fine. He going to be with us for this. And it ain't no trade clause nowhere in it. Do you hear me, Law? No trade clause.
The biggest thing is there's no franchise tag as well, clause in there. So I love both of those.
Franchise tagging.
But you know what this does? Todd France, he won. Todd France, he looking at this thing saying, you know what, all that stuff y'all talking about, they said Chase Young is the guy name, not Cam. But y'all got what she was saying. Chase Young, he got his hands full if we have a Lyle Collins, if we have a healthy Tyron
He
Smith.
must don't know that how Dak can strong arm people. Who they think Dak is? Dak ain't no weak quarterback. That boy is a thoroughbred. What you talking about? That boy thoroughbred. That boy can knock strong on. I don't care. Norman, he got burnt toast. He's strong on that joker. Dak, they run into that. Even other players say they done ran into the man, and that man was hard. That boy, he muscle. Appreciate so y'all
you,
better watch what you're talking about, because that thoroughbred coming through, and he coming through with full force with a vengeance as well. Because all of you talk smackers, jokers, talking about what he can't do and what he done and how this boy done carried this team, y'all in for a rude awakening. Ha ha ha! Dak got his money. Dak got his money. Peace out, y'all.
Appreciate you, Jay. Appreciate you so much. And shout out to Eastside, man. I didn't know that you made the donation to help elevate the nation. Eastside, Harold, appreciate you, man. I thought I saw your name up there for making the donation, the contribution for the nations. Really appreciate you, Eastside. Dink and Dak won't live up to the money. Eastside. Worry about Deshaun Watson. Hey, I thought that he made DeAndre Hopkins, huh? What is he doing now? I can't wait to see what number 4 on your team going to do, requesting a trade, requesting to get out of there. But it is what it is. Made Deshaun Watson do good until he played those Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, may he do good until that time frame. But shout out to you so much for making the donation to help elevate this thing. Y'all want me to continue to go? Y'all let me know if you guys really want me to continue to go. Oh, I see Ed. He up in here waving. See Ed jumping in. Ed, what's good, man? What's good? Back on
what's
his
up,
game.
Baby? What's up?
What's
Lord,
good?
man, we have got to win in the draft this year. We have got to win.
Okay.
We have got to get defense in the draft. Man,
right.
I want a Super Bowl. I want a Super Bowl so bad.
It seems as if though, Ed, since you've been jumping on the show, it seems like I'm turning you over to my way of my logic of thinking there. You know.
Oh, defense.
Man,
look, defense is what I love to watch football for, baby. I love it. You know, and hey, we need to get a good defensive tackle on free agents.
Yeah.
We got to get Leonard Williams or somebody. And we have got to get some secondary in the draft. We have got to hit, man. I'm telling you. The draft, I mean, the Dallas Cowboys, when they draft somebody and their brand, the Cowboys brand is so good that when they announce a player for the Cowboys, it elevates who they are. That don't mean that it elevates their play. It elevates their name. So when they draft somebody and they're like, oh, yeah, this and that, but they're not showing it on the field. You know, like Cheeto.
Talk to me.
Ever since Cheeto Awuze's been drafted, he's been his whole career.
Right.
I mean, he might have a play here and there, but he can't hold it down, man. You know, and the safeties, they're quick, but they're so small. Like when them running backs are coming downhill, they almost try to run away from the running back. They miss them on purpose or something, man.
It's all about that heart, man. We got to have that heart. We got to have that dog tenacity, that mindset, so that, man, we punch him in the mouth. Hey, it's not the size of the dog, it's the heart in the dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to have that heart, man. But I appreciate you, Ed. I appreciate you for jumping in so much, man.
Yeah, man. Go Cowboys.
Yes, indeed. My dog, 9 Dime. I see him. And shout out to Psycho Cowboy fans. He said Dak is the heart of soul of the Cowboys. Heart and soul of the Cowboys. He's going to take us to the 6. And when that happened, man, oh, don't y'all know how crazy I'm going to be. Y'all, you know, it's going to be so crazy. But I'm going to let my dog, 9 Dime, speak to y'all with his mind. 9
Dime.
Yeah, all the time, fam. What you got?
I called it.
Oh,
I called it.
You showed it. Look, you showed. Boy, I need to rewind, bro. You did call it. You said everything was going to happen, and it happened. Go with it
it's
now.
All the show, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jerry Show. But congratulations on that Dakota. 200 mil in two years, man. Patience in this game is a virtue. See, Cowboy fans wanting to jump on that 30. When I tell you, you wait for the TV money. You have to be a forward thinker. And with this TV money, it's going to give us some flexibility in this defense. But number one, just like the caller before, we have to hit. And D-Law, you won't notice. I feel since we give all this money on the offense to D, Zach, and Coop, somebody will have to take that cut. And D-Law don't show up and show out, hey, man, he might get Carlos Dunlap. There's no guarantees out here because Dan Quinn doesn't have no allegiance to nobody on this defense. So we got to get them 2 big boys in the middle somehow, some way. We got to get a Via Veda type, a Sue type. We don't have to get some corners. And playmakers. Turnovers win games, whether it's the linebacker position or safety position. But I asked this law, since we talking salary cap.
Right.
Jalen Smith is an affordable pass rusher, correct?
Facts, yeah.
With his salary, he's a high-paid linebacker, and he's suspect. But if we could put him in that Irvin role, that 40 mil, man, is a bargain for doing the best part of his game, and that's rushing the pass. Right. But that's my time. I don't want to hold nobody up. Man, shout out to that getting that paper.
Yes, indeed. Let me give you one of these. Appreciate you, 9 Dime.
Coach.
I'm talking about. That's my dog right there. 9 down for your mind. And we got Swayze. I know Swayze. Hey, before you go, Swayze, let me just set the table for everybody on Swayze right quick. That's my dog, Swayze. People fail to realize I love the level of objectivity that he brings to the table. Hey, he hold up and he stand up for his. You know what I mean? So, Swayze, speak your mind.
Yeah, what's going on, Law?
To it, man.
I think the deal's not that bad. I think the first year Dak is only holding $22 million. Like how much is the numbers for the first year?
It's about. Let me go to my cheat notes over here. Swayze. Let me see. I can't even read it. It's so small over here. But it's the first year. I believe it's going to be $66 million. I think it's upwards of. I think I read somewhere $75 million or something like that. But only.
But I think most of it is signing bonus.
Signing
right?
bonus, yeah, $66 million.
Yeah,
of it
but the cap space for the first year, I think is around the 20s. I believe I could be wrong. It's giving us some cap room. I think we ain't win. I think we ain't win now. If we don't win these next 2 years, we might as well just be prepared to be mediocre, because at the end of the day, that money is going to a lot of that cap space that we're talking about, that 40 million, that 40, 42, 43 million, that's going to be the end of his contract. And to me, I think that if you don't win these first 2 years, it's a wrap.
Let me ask you this, Swayze. Can we, with the team that we got on just on the offensive side, can we at least get to 28 to 32 points a game?
It depends when we get in those points, because at the end of the day, we have, like, for instance, like we scored a lot of points at the beginning of those first 3 games, but most of the points came in the second half off of garbage time. If it's a certain situation where it's like last year, where we are mediocre in the first half and now we're looking like legendary 80s 49ers in the second half, that's 28 points is not going to matter, because like we'll be stretching and trying to chase teams in each and every game.
So you with the belief that although, they still were scoring those amount of points, it was majority of those points came in the latter half. And when you bring that up, that is actual facts there. Third and fourth quarter, we did start to spark up that scoreboard there. One can argue and say, well, those teams play prevent defense. But when I looked at the defense, they were not in the preventive stage there. So I don't know. Could that be also? And I'm not trying to make this as a bevy of excuses, but for the offensive coordinator. But was that could that play a role in that? Was that his second year ever calling offense? Third year? Was it third or second year?
It's his second year ever calling offense.
During that time frame, right?
Yeah, but this is the game of football. I know you play football. I know I play football. It's no excuses. Like it could be your first year, second year. If you're called to do the job, then you have to do it to your absolute best. And sometimes your best might not be good enough. But my point I'm trying to make here is
make it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
The point I'm trying to make here is that for the first of all, we have to get rid of Ezekiel Elliott immediately. We have to get rid of Amari Cooper immediately. We have to, what's that, $36 million between the two each year? We had to get rid of that. First of all, Amari Cooper, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott counts for 43% of our cap room. Think about that for a second. It's a lot of coaches. I don't know, man. Like we just have to wait and see, man. Like
I feel what you're saying, though. You just named 3 players, and I hate to bring up the 90s or what have you, but you did just mention the wide receiver, the running back, and the quarterback.
But this ain't the 90s no more.
I know it's not the 90s no more. Kind of like the triplets or what have you. When you say those 3 guys, when I looked at the film last year, although Amari Cooper had a plethora of different quarterbacks throwing him the ball, he was on pace to destroying most of those wide receivers' records. And I know that's just much ado about nothing as it relates to records, because you're really not going to go far for just the stats, because stats are for losers. That's what a lot of people say, right?
And also stats inflate, because the rules change now. The stats are inflating. Of course, you're going to break the Cowboys receiving records, like talking about Michael Irvin, Des Bryant.
Facts. But now that I'm looking at it, is that when we look at Ezekiel Elliott, we know what he is. We know that he is the bell cow of this team. We know that they love to feature the running back situation. But I'm with the belief now, if they can just push that back a little bit, sprinkle in a little bit more Tony Pollard, get Amari Cooper going. But now you have a more experienced number 88 now, that guy, that kid. And then you have a Michael Gallup who's on the same page or the wavelength of Dak Prescott. If you keep that core in contact or keep that core intact, I meant to say, I think that this defense will be better. This offense will be better. We just needed to focus in on that defense. I think the defense, if we can get more turnovers and pressure, I think in the shorter field, I think that this team can get you into the playoffs, and that's the name of the game, right?
Yeah. Can I ask just one question?
Talk to me.
Now that we signed Dak Prescott,
right,
what do you think we should do in the first 2 rounds? And I'll hang up.
Oh, BPA, best player available. And if that best player available is number what was he wore over there in Florida land? Oh, if Kyle Pitts, if he's the best player available, I forgot his football number, but if he's the 84, if he wore number 84, if he's the guy, then you sign him. But if it's an offensive lineman, then you go with that. But that's BPA. But I appreciate you for calling in, Swayze. Thank you so much, man, for being part of the show. All right, so Ed, just still hang tight, man. Look, Cowboy Nation, it may seem as if, though, we got a lot to improve it on this particular team. We got a lot of stuff that's moving around, but I look at it like, hey, our offense straight. I know that we can look at the first 4 games or the first few games, and we can look at them and say, oh, man, it was the offense that was the problem. I can feel you. I can feel you with that, with the turnovers and not scoring early and often. I can feel you with that. I ain't going to sit back here and say, all right, cool. Our offense was a juggernaut. But I can tell you, and it may seem as if, though, I'm just trying to be a Dak homer, what have you. But we win that first game. If, and I'm just saying the word if, they don't call that PI call on Michael Gallup, right? The whole outcome would have been different, right? We win that game against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not even going to talk about the other game, the Seattle Seahawks game. We win that game if all the defense had to do is just make one stop. And it was 4th and 5 or something like that. And a shout out to Russell Wilson in that particular game. Marvelous, right? He found the middle of the seam. They left it wide open. It was some type of confusion with Thomas and Jalen Smith. It was some type of confusion. But if you remove that, man, we win that game. You see? So football is is a roll of the dice almost. But it is what it is. Good. Jimbo says BPA for that position is questionable. JS Tube says Pitts is a star in the making. We have to have him. Yeah. Refs were another problem. I feel you on that. Even look, that Washington game, we was right in the fight of that game. It was on Thanksgiving Day, and I believe that Mike McCarthy started waving the white flag. We was right in that game, but he started to go for it on 4th and 20. It was crazy on our side of the field. He started waving the white flag. But I know a lot of people going to look at it and say, well, Law, you just trying to move this thing around and fit the narrative. But we were right into some of those games. But it is what it is. Shout out to everybody. You guys still want me to go far? Y'all still want me to go further into this thing? Appreciate you, Mike 5. Appreciate you, Charlie Cook. And look at Ed. He giving me that kick. Let's continue to go, baby. It's 8:14 where I'm at, man. All right, I'm going to see if I can give you guys a few more minutes here before I wrap this thing up. I really appreciate you guys for jumping in on this particular channel. I thank those who subscribe. I really do. I thank those who hit that share button. That's the freest thing you can ever do for the nation is hitting that share button. Like, for real. This stream will also be uploaded. It'll just be a raw upload to the Law Nation page, my original page on my YouTube page, since I can't go live there due to some other nefarious things that's going on with the quote-unquote YouTube world. But you guys, I really appreciate you guys for really following me and being in contact with me. I'm going to try to read all of your comments here and give y'all shots out and these sort of things. And I'm working on some other things to get the music pulled over to this channel, but I got to do a lot to get the rights of the music. Y'all know that cool music y'all listen to? I got to get the rights for this channel to have it on there. So that's what I'm dealing with now. And that's caused a lot of coins to have rights on both channels. But you guys know what I'm saying. Akeem, appreciate you, my brother. He says the refs is another problem we have, Law. I think that Jerry, you got to reach in that pocket one more time. One more time. One more time. He allowed us to come together. Come on, Jerry. You got to reach into that pocket, Jerry, and throw something at these refs. Do something. Ain't that right, Lamont? Appreciate you for the 50 stars. I don't know how that goes, but over there on the Facebook, they open up some stars for me. So appreciate it. Hey, it is what it is. Michael, appreciate you. Chuck, appreciate you, man. Thank you for jumping in. Marcus B, yes, indeed. So we going to have to figure this thing out. Lamont says, I'm so glad Dak got his money so we can move on about it. Can we get the email? This is from Douglas Carter. Hey, my email is simple. It's lawsnation@gmail.com. That's my email address. Shoot me any message throughout the day, anytime, whatever you have on your heart, soul, and mind. Just shoot me a message. If you're part of the Instagram community, shoot me a message there. If you're part of the Facebook community, there's a messenger there. Shoot me a message there. And if you're part of the Twitter community, there's a message box there that I tend to try to jump on those platforms to talk to you guys. And then sometimes on every stream, I actually try to read all of y'all comments. So I really appreciate the good, the bad. And the only thing is, for those who put like swear words in the feed, unfortunately, YouTube block them. You know, I don't mind you saying a swear word, but let's be real, man. I got people that's 12 and 13 years old watching this channel. So YouTube community, they block it. So let's try to keep it clean. That's all I ask. So if you have a if you have a swear word, you know, in your comments, that's why I didn't get to them. But it is what it is. That's just a little PSA on that. Appreciate everybody that's watching, man. I'm going to let Ed give his final words since he's been waiting patiently in the community room over here. Ed, man, talk to me, man. What's your final words for the show?
Hey, the final words is this. The Cowboys' real cap number is 209 because we got 26 or 27 million rollover money from last year. Oh. And with Dak taking 22 million this year, that should leave us about 20-some million to get free agents. Okay. And I really think, hey, you know, the dude said Ndamukong Suh. I hope to God we can snatch him up. Because Ndamukong Suh, he makes the other defensive tackles look good. Aaron Donald played his best with Ndamukong Suh. Vita Vea played his best with Ndamukong Suh beside him. And I think he's got some big bite in the middle of that field. But I'm just hoping that the cap room.
You still there? You was there, Ed. Your Wi-Fi went out. Ed, just jump back in whenever you can. I got to post this link in the community box. I really appreciate those who would like to support the nation. I saw somebody bought merch, but when you buy merch or what have you, that do come across the screen. But I do have a merch store. And all you have to do is go to that store right there. All the proceeds go back to the nation, goes back to the channel to help me grow this thing even better. So, Ed, finish up with your points there, man.
Hello?
Yeah, you still there, man. You there
okay.
now. The Wi-Fi monster got you, man. Yeah, but talk to me.
Yeah, so there's no reason why we can't go to distance if we just amp up that defense, because we got the cap room now, and we got enough money to buy some defensive players. And if we can hit in that draft,
right,
man, if we can hit in that draft, it's Super Bowl bound.
Ed, dog, we lost you, man. Really appreciate you, though, Ed. All right, Cowboy Nation. Hey, shout out to Ed. He said we got to hit in this draft. We all know we got to hit in this draft. That's one of the things that we got to really, really be abreast to. Shout out to Dak Prescott for getting his money. Shout out to everybody that's watched this page. Shout out to everybody who want to watch this page but couldn't watch this page, but just sit back and just kept it on somewhere in their house. I really appreciate you that. All of that stuff counts. Really do appreciate those who shared and subscribed today and those who joined the stars, whatever the Facebook thing got going on with stars. I'm seeing that they shooting stars at me, man. I really appreciate that on the Facebook groove. Really appreciate everybody that's on both channels who's watching and growing this thing. I always say this. When you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face, lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer, see it through. Even hope may seem but futile, then with trouble may be beset. Remember, you facing what other legends have met. Oh, I can just start talking. Roger Staubachs of the world, right? Oh, my goodness. Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin. Keep your head high, eyes through the finish. See this thing through, Cowboy Nation. One way or another, can't stop a tank without a key. My name is Law Nation. Let's go, baby. Mama, Pookie, Ray, we love you. The Lando Show, appreciate you. $22.5 million cap hit is huge when you compare it to 37.7. Yeah, it's a huge difference. Yeah, it is a huge difference. But I really appreciate you. The Lando Show. You know, you got one of those shows where you got to say it like that. You know, the Lando Show. Or you go, the Lando Show. But I like to say, the Lando Show. Really appreciate you. Turn me up. Let's get this thing crunk, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to kill your eardrum. Let me slowly bring this thing up at least. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go. One play. There we go. Slowly bring it up. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Pookie, Ray, where my fire at, baby? Fire and desire. Love, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah. They say, Law, give up. They say, Law, it's over with. They say, Law, the Cowboys would never. They say, Law, you guys are an accident waiting to happen. They say, Law Nation, it's sad, but it's true. Y'all ain't true Cowboys fans. Yeah. They have the nerve and the audacity to sit out here and call us Cowgirls fans, right? And I say, man, so you mean to tell me that a bunch of girls got 5 Super Bowl rings and you still looking up? Oh, you mean to tell me that we got a meddling owner who like to stick his nose all into the situation and you guys still haven't caught up? Oh, you mean to tell me we've been on a 25 to 26 hiatus on a vacation and your team have still yet to catch up? Y'all still looking up? Got so many stomach muscles on your neck for looking up? Y'all can taste this greatness, especially because you can't. You wish you could, right? And they say about the Cowboy Nation each and every time, they love to put Big D up in their mouths. They do. They actually talk about it so much that it put money in their pockets. All of the ESPN, First Take, Fox, NFL, ESPN2, ESPN3, everybody love to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. But I got one thing that I want them to say in the morning time, or you guys can say it right now. How about them Cowboys? Let's continue to grind. Prize fighter. Even when he's down, unless he's Nate Robinson, he continue to fight. He continue to swing those blows. And all it takes is one hit, baby. And we ain't finna be no one-hit wonder around here, Cowboy Nation. This is how we get down. Boy. Turn me up a little bit more. Let's go. JP, shout out to you. John Bean in the house. James, appreciate you. Appreciate you. I see you, JP. Sheila, oh, Sheila. Ed, I appreciate you. Everybody that's out here. John again. JP, I see you with Justin with all of the fire. Casey, if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tardy or cheap for it, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all terror of God or man for it, if you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your heart and capacity and total pertinacity. If neither cold poverty or famish or fame or sickness or body or brain can turn you away from the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset it with the help of almighty Cowboy Nation, can't y'all feel this? You will get this. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. And just don't apply it to the Cowboys. Apply it to everything that you do in life, because you can get there. And hey, if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, Cowboy Nation. I'm spitting nothing but the truth over here. And if you can feel it, tell it. And also, baby, I'm telling you guys, share it, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, there's power in the tongue. There's power in this voice that I'm spitting to you guys. I hope you guys take this home with you and tell your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your auntie that, hey, Law Nation said, how about them Cowboys? Trump 2020, I see you over there. Dwayne Wright, I see you, baby. Derek, let's go, Cowboy Nation. One way or another, my name is Law Nation. I love y'all, and I'm out. Peace. Let's go. Turn me up, baby. Let's go. Catch this on rewind on the original Law Nation page. Y'all give me that fire, baby. We out. Let's go. It's party time, baby. Oh, DB stand, baby. Y'all get in that DB stand, baby. Let's go block out this thing. Oh, it's going to be full press out here, baby. Ain't nobody getting through me. Oh, I'm going to lock you down DB style, baby. You ain't getting on past me, baby. You ain't. I guarantee you that. Oh, yeah, baby. We out here. Got him again. Where my guns at? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Who the Trunk is out here, baby. We live, baby. Like 95.